Welcome back, my evil monstrosities. It's SJB here. Today we're talking about the Necromancer. There's actually a lot going on with this tower, and I want to do my best job to explain it to you guys, so let's talk about them. First of all, according to this, the attack's pretty low, the cooldown is pretty reasonable, and the range is pretty good. So, skills-wise, we've got a beacon that makes your skeleton stronger. It also curses the enemies. Okay. And then also a Death Rider that does 60 true damage at its base and 150 at its max. So this is a really good tower overall, and I think you should probably bring it in your arsenal, but you gotta use it right if you want him to be a proper tower. Usually going to be used best with artillery and another blocker tower, possibly. Just throwing it out there. It's pretty cheap too, which is kind of fun. At its base, it's going to do 5 to 9 damage. As you upgrade, it's going to do just a little bit more, 13 to 21, 21 to 38, and then finally, we're going to get up to 38 to 72 damage. So not super duper consistent, as with most mage towers, but that range is pretty nice, and even though it says slow attack, it's actually not that slow. It's still pretty reasonable attack speed. Usually, I would only build one Necromancer in a game, because I want to get one big chunk of skeletons to come out, but in this situation, we got enough money to buy 2 full 4th-tier Necromancers. Why wouldn't we do that? One other thing to keep in mind with these guys is that they can build up a whopping 4 attacks all at once. So when they attack, it should be 4 times 38 or 72. But one interesting thing here is they only take 100 damage. That doesn't really make sense, right? And it's because we built them up at a lower level. I know that seems so goofy, but you literally have the attacks from a lower level still built up over there, and that's why they seemingly do less damage than they should have. But any which way, when a big guy dies, they're going to turn into a skeleton. A big skeleton. When a little guy dies, they're going to turn into a little skeleton. So you can see the big golem does 6 to 10 damage with 132 health. The little skeletons are going to have 1 to 4 attack with only 44 health. And of course, they're going to die very, very quickly. Everybody's just going to die very, very quickly here. But that's their job. They die so you can get more skeletons. So they can also turn into more skeletons. So you can get more skeleton action. So you can kill more things and get more skeletons. That is exactly their job. As far as abilities go, let's talk about this. So if you're just getting mad skeletons all over the place, you probably want to get a Rattling beacon. This is going to make them, again, get cursed and make your skeletons get stronger. But look at the damage. 1 to 4. Even if we get 50% stronger, 100% stronger, 150% stronger, it's not going to be as much as you might hope. I mean, this guy's only going 2 to 8 damage. I think they go up to 3 to 10 damage or something like that when they're next to this thing. It's not actually that solid, to be completely honest. It's kind of just like, for spending that much money, I don't know if it's worth it, bro. I don't know if it's worth it. Just straight up, I don't know if it's worth it. But what is worth it is definitely to go for the Death Rider. The Death Rider is pretty freaking solid, man. So once I earn a little bit more gold here, we're going to show off the Death Rider. Just need a tiny bit more. Come on, give you some gold here. Here we go, Death Rider time. So Death Rider is going to kind of go against the grain of the map here, doing true damage across the way here. It doesn't last the entirety of the map, so it's going to last a reasonable amount of time, but not a ton. He is reasonably expensive as well, costing up to $600 for 3 levels here, but we can do up to 150 true damage by the time we get to the last level here, which is admittedly pretty sweet. One thing that is upsetting, though, is that you don't get to control which way the Death Rider is going to ride, so you might be doing something stupid. Like I did. By getting the Death Rider over here, he might just follow down here even if there's not any enemies. So that's kind of sad. So you're going to have to be useful and plan ahead and plan accordingly in when and how you use them. Overall, though, Necromancer, a very, very solid tower, kind of across the way here. Does true damage, does good magic damage, pretty reasonably fast attack, can build himself up over here. I don't really have very many complaints about him. Getting a big chunk of defense here just to randomly spawn more and more crap. Like, how can you beat it? As far as I'm concerned, it's very difficult to. It is very difficult to beat the Necromancer tower, unless you have an Arcane Mage, which does disintegrate damage to things. That's kind of the only way that you're going to, do some good stuff over here. Any which way, I got to give them a rating. So I've given every tower a rating so far, and I still have to give the Necromancer a very high rating. I think it is one of the better towers in the game for sure. I'm going to give it a solid 9. Okay, it's not unstoppable, but because it's good magic, good stalling, good true damage, can buff your skeletons really easily and do all this stuff kind of all with one nice little tower here, and being cheap on top of it all, it's hard to pass him up. It's hard to get this much damage out of anything in one hit, and this guy just does it. So if you guys disagree with me in any way, feel free. Let me know in the comments below what I got wrong or what I'm an idiot about, and why the Necromancer absolutely sucks balls or whatnot. And if you agree with me, let me know with a nice little like, nice little comment, and subscribe. And of course, if you guys want to, you can have a super duper delicious day.